Hi guys, it's Susanna here. I've got a exciting panel that I'm going to be showing you. Corrine would have already shown all this on her channel. She's got these awesome Christmas panels, and this big one, I'm just going to show it bit by bit because you may not see all of it in the... So she's got these on her website. Corrine from To Be Loved Treasures by Corrine, and most of you would know who she is. And this has got Merry Christmas on there, and she's designed and done these beautiful magnolias and poinsettias and hollies. So she's got this big one here, and then she's got this smaller one. This is what I'm working on at the moment. So she's got two, and so you can either buy them individually or you can buy them, I think, if you buy both of them, you get them cheaper. So when you go on her website, you can have a look. The smaller one has got smaller pictures. And bring it over. Be careful not to get into my cuppa. So that's got the bird on there. So it's got a similar aspect. It's got all these tags. I'll show you in a minute. And then it's got this one, and this is what I'm working on under here. So that's I thought I'd show you the process. Corrine is going to be working on this and doing it with you guys, and I was working on this, so I thought I'll do this. So she's also got these tags, and I've done the tags. I'll show you how different they look, and I went with this colorway. So that's that. And I had these beautiful sort of poinsettia type flowers with leaves and little scrolly bits, and that was what my inspiration was for doing this. And I'm going to be using felt and all, you know, different bits and pieces. So this is how different it turns out. So I used 2 leaves for those. I just did this is a bit of French lace and beading, so to sort of fill it up. So that's probably the most different to what is there. So this one, so I cut the poinsettia, you know, the leaves. I had 3 of these big ones, so I cut the two off and put them in there and created you know, the little leaves with felt. It's got beading and all that kind of stuff. And I had this stuff I got from I think it might have been from Doll's House Vintage. She had a kit, or I don't know, but I mean, I've had it for a while, and I had exactly enough to use up all of the 6 tags. So move this over. Sorry, I've got a bit of a frog in my throat. And these were the little leftover bits. Like there's a leaf which I sort of made into the side panel. You can sort of see that one there. And then these were little round scrolly bits which were around the leaves and everything. It was sort of like a motif, but then it had edging, and, you know, it's vintage. I got it at the vintage market when I went with Corrine in Queensland in a antique fair. So that's how that one turned out. And this fabric here, and what I've used here, I've showed you earlier this year. It's actually from French General, and it's called Antoinette. I know Gail's Patchwork has got them, but anyone that sells French General will probably still have these fabrics. So that's what they look like, and I'll show you the other ones. So that this is what inspired the colourway, so gold and pinks and all that kind of stuff. And then the French General fabric just seemed to match it perfectly. So this is that one there. So I did the poinsettia, used a couple of leaves, used felt, you know, most of them have got a tag of some sort, because I just wanted to have that French type of look. Now this is a little bit different. I used it to suit myself. The centerpieces are both this one and this one. I got from Joanne. Hi Joanne. At my retreat, she gave me these cut out flowers, and I put them underneath, and it just seemed to work really, really well. So that you just never know what you can use that just works well. Sometimes it's the little things that just come out. And then the last one I did, and I was really worried because I didn't like the way that the bird was sideways. So what I did is I cut it a little smaller, and I had the last bit, and it just happened to, you know, be that extra bit there. So I had it was going that way. So I'm going to be hanging these on my, I've got one of those trees, you know, those Christmas trees that are actually trees and they got lights and stuff on them. So I'll be hanging these up at Christmas, because I've got a few, you know, shabby chic pink. I think pink and gold would be really nice for this theme, and yeah, really happy with how they've turned out. Aren't they gorgeous? Like, I was a bit worried about how this was going to turn out because it's so small. I think in the bigger one, this bigger one here, you'll be able to do a little bit more cutting out of individual fabrics, but because it was so small, I used this gold thread, and I mean, this was a full skein. This is how much I've used for doing all of these. So just doing a little bit of patchworky, and I sort of wanted to use this because it reminded me of Corrine, and you know, doing this, so, and using some of my, these are I got from France, so got out me pretty little bits and pieces that just worked really well. So I'll put these aside. These are hanging up here on the side here, and put these away. So these are the panels that you can get, so either or, and they're all on her website. So what I'm going to be showing you today, so put this aside and I'll sit down. I'll lift my chair up a little bit. There we go. So what I've done here, and you can see numbers and whatnot, and I had these little 2.5 inch squares. Got to make sure that I'm in camera. There we go. So it's that way. 2.5 inch, you know, the squares that you can get in the French General, and then this is called Antoinette. And normally, if you're putting squares and stuff together, you would probably put, you know, 1/4 inch and everything like that. But this, what I had left, because I used some on the tags, I'll just leave a tag out to show you. Ugh. It's hooked up. Yeah, so I used bits and pieces on the tags, and so, you know, this has got smaller bits, and they just worked. So I had to, you know, find a way, and it took me a while, and I was having a chit chat to Corrine, and I did invisible stitching. So I invisible stitched all these down, and then you know, proceeded to do just a straight stitch and then cross stitch, straight, cross, so and then here I've still got to do it, so I'll just sort of going to show you what I did there. So just invisible stitched and butted it together, and I put it on some wadding. So I made, you know, like it stopped about there. So I wanted to create it so it would become like one big quilted piece. So I thought I could tackle something this size rather than the big Merry Christmas one. That might get done a little bit later down the track. But I've got this, and I've got the smaller bird one. But I thought, oh, I really loved, because I only had one of these left, and then I had extra leaves. So I've got I took a photo, I put laces and all that kind of stuff and everything down, and I'm going to use that for the middle. And I want to use these for the holly, so instead of the holly, I've got them all placed. Is that holly? This is mistletoe. There we go. So this is for the holly leaves, and some of them will come out there. I've got bits and pieces of lace, and I'm also going to show you what this numbering thing is. So what I've done here, I've traced out with paper, and I numbered them, and then I think that goes there. This is number 2. That didn't have any of this on there. Hopefully that is in camera. Hang on, look. Just got to really try and make sure that is in camera. Okay, so what I did there is I'm just using felt, and I traced it and then pinned it to the felt So these are the magnolias, and I wanted it to match in with the colours that I've got, so they're probably not true to life what colour magnolias are. So they just traced this, and then I traced the numbers on that one. So I thought I'll start with the smaller one first, and I traced the numbers on here. And then what I'm going to do, where are we? So this is number 4. See how that has got that on there? Put that over there first. Put the number 1. It's got that on there. So I'm going to put these 2 down first. This doesn't have that edging. What I might do is use the old glue just to stick it down. Ain't going anywhere. So put the inner ones first. Okay. And it's you know, the heat erasable pen, so it's all good. So I've got all these now. This would go here, have some on the top, mainly on the top because it's going to go over there like this. Actually, I might have to put number 6 first. Where are we? That didn't have any edge bit. So what I'm going to do, these bits here, these little bits there, I will be embroidering. So that'll give that look. That there. Sometimes they go over it, other times they don't. I'm going to try and put it over that top layer. Put that in a bit, I think. There we go. There we go. Now, that's number 3 there. I was going to do this stitching, but you know what, you know how to do cross stitching. So I just did that on these just to make sure that it wouldn't come apart. I mean, even with the invisible stitch, it wouldn't come apart. But and then this last bit, this is why you got to do these and draw the things beforehand, because you will cover them otherwise. I just sort of drew them. There we go. Because some of them are going to get covered. Okay. So what I'm going to do here, see magnolias, where are we? I'm glad I've got this piece because it'll show you, where is it? It's this piece here. Okay, I'll fold that up and show you the piece that hasn't been done. Magnolias are sort of this browny colour on the outside and on the back of it, and they're white on the inside. So that's why I've done this colour here. So what I might do here is I'll do cream on that, and then this browny colour on this one, because that's the other side, if you know what I mean. So on these ones, that'll be the brown because they're the other side. So whatever you're seeing from there, and then do the creamy whitey colour. So that'll be that browny colour, that'll be this. I'm just thinking, I did keep aside, I think I might have a better brown here. It'll be in this colour. It's more of a darker brown. We'll see. Anyway, so while I was talking with Corrine, and she's working on hers as well, I said to her, did you stitch that down? And she said, no, I just sort of stitched it with when it's stitched down, but I mean, I'm going to stitch mine down, I think just for me, for my peace of mind, and that's the bit that's okay. Everyone does it differently. She just, I think she might have just pinned them down, still might do that, and then did the stitching. So it does save you a bit of a step, and because it is felt, it doesn't fray, so you probably could get away with not doing this stitching part. But see, this one here, it hasn't got any of those edges, so yeah, I think I do need to stitch it down. Better be safe than sorry, eh? Any blue. And then I'm going to embroider the leaves. I was contemplating whether I did felt or did stitching, but I thought it'd be nice to do a little bit of stitching on the leaves. You want to do some hand embroidery, but when it comes to these, I want to sort of give them a bit of a 3D look, and we want to stitch them down. I may stitch these pieces down, but see, the thing is, I'm going to stitch from there to there, from there to there. I don't need to stitch these other bits because that'll be holding that part down. So I'll do the easy part first. Find my needle. Okay, there's so many of them, and it's a good one. And where are we? But yeah, so you got into the. It took me quite a while to do this, and I'm glad I did it off camera. And then I've started, I think you can see it here, just started doing a like a canvas stitch, which I'll do all the way around, and just gives it that real quilty look. So nice that I'm working on Corrine's piece. It's sort of like a bit of tit for tat. She worked on my houses, and I'm working on this, and now she's going to be working on my my woodland one. So, and then I'll probably work on the next project that she's doing. It's good having you know, more than one sample out there when you're doing this sort of stuff. I had 5 at my retreat. It was great to see, and they were all so different, and some of them did it like how I did it, some did it like how Corrine did it, you know, each, and then they put their own spin on it. It's, yeah, really quite good. Now, where is, may not need it, we'll see how we go. So, oh, I just unthreaded it. Threaded it. Okay, I'm just making sure that this is in camera. And that way, if I do pick it up, as long as the thing underneath is in camera, we're right. So that noise is just all the noises in the kitchen. I'm still in the kitchen. I'm hopefully back in my room by the time this airs, because I'm pre-recording. So just a very quick whip stitch, because it's felt, it ain't going anywhere. So I just thought, won't take that long to do something like this. Okay, definitely going to be held down with all those pins and whatnot. Now I'll put that over there. Hopefully you're able to see that. Now I just thought, when I was talking to Corrine and, you know, starting to sew this, and I'm like, is it alright if I, you know, film it, because I'm doing it? And she said, yep, no worries, because she'll be doing some filming for you guys as well, and you can see how I do it, and more than one person doing the same project. is always a good thing. Now, I know this pink doesn't look that great, but you've got to remember it is a one of those iron-off pens, so even when I do, I'm just going to do a satin stitch to show where I'm at. Okay, I might see it already. This part of it is stitched down because the rest I'll do in that other colour. Okay. Yeah, look at all my invisible stitch, quite a bit. Okay. Love the colours. I mean, I could have this out at Christmas, but I reckon I can have this all year round because it hasn't really got a Merry Christmas thing to it. Okay. So I'll stitch this down and yab it to you, and then I'm going to show you my layout that I've got with all the, yeah, I might show you anyway. Here's my phone. It's on charge, and here's the layout. Where are we? Here. You know, I've got lace bits and pieces. There's the leaves, and I'm mainly doing, and these leaves are just sort of sitting here. I've got little bits of flowers. You can probably embroider those flowers, but I've got really nice bits of lace. These buttons are going to be, actually I was thinking mother of pearl buttons for these because they're white because it's mistletoe. That might be nice. And because I had this this piece in with a lot of my, I've got two of these and they've got that in there, so I'll be doing that, and you know, and I'll be adding some beads, so you know, these little dots and stuff here can be beads, which will be nice. So there you go. So that's what I'll have to do next, because that's not interfering, but I'm going to have to put this little bit of lace down here because it almost, like I'm going to have to put that there. And then Corrine said when you were doing this, these ones here, you're probably going to have to do these couple of things first before you put that on. So it's like doing a puzzle. So, you know, get your little doily bits and all that kind of stuff. I've got a couple of these packs on my website if you want some of these doily bits. So not these, you have to, no, Gail sells motifs and all that kind of stuff, so patchwork shops or all that, but this is antique, so I got from an antique market, and yeah, so I'm just really making it my own. Okay, well, I'm going to plug my phone's on charge at the moment, yeah, 32%, so put that on, close it off, and then I'll you know, do the layout. But I thought while I was talking to Corrine, I'd just trace these out. So this is what I've done here, you know, gone around, traced the outside, numbered them, and then trace the inside, and then you cut out your little bits, you know, put them on your felt, cut out your little bits. So what I might do with this one, probably be more, still might have some of this brown, maybe on the odd leaf here or there, maybe on the inside, because there's a lot more on the inside, and then some beading and stuff. But we'll see when we get there. Okay, I've got this perfect colour thread for that. This thread is just been an absolute marvel. I bought this in an antique shop or whatever it was, and it had this colour on it, and it just seems to be like the never-ending thread. I mean, it has gone down, but it's a ripper colour, and it's nice and strong. Can't beat these things. I think they're great. Okay, now, so what I'll do, we can take out this now because that's been sewn down. Our little trusty Dorcas pins. Now, going on top and underneath. I think I might sew this one down because it seems to be holding a few. Oops, sorry. Go bang bang. Okay, so I don't know, maybe start here. Anywhere will do. So yeah, I do feel a little bit better about stitching it down first. I mean, this bit is going to have the embroidery on it. So I hope you get what I was trying to tell you about that there. Just the little charm squares. They were you can get them in 2.5 inch, which is what these are, 5.5 inch or 5 inch. And then they've got them in the 10 inch as well. Oop, hang on a minute, I'll tuck that in there. So I'm grabbing that. And then that, I don't have to do that bit. There we go. You can save yourself work. You should. Okay. Just got it means I've got to push it down. Because it does keep moving. Grab that. There you go. Yes, I'm loving this piece. Look, looking beautiful. It helps when you love the fabrics that you're using too. That goes a long way. I still may end up, you know, I'll have a look at the base of this. I might do a little bit, see how they've got, she's got marks just here and here on there. Might do a couple of them, that will help hold it down and give it a bit of embroidery so it's not looking so flat. So pick that up. There we go. These you can do as much or as little as you like, I think. I'll put that there. And you know, these are stuff like this. They turn out to be heirlooms, something that hand on to the kids and grandchildren that they drag out at Christmas time, decorate the house with. Yep. There we go, catching that, which is what I want. Doesn't matter if it doesn't go all the way through to the bottom, as long as it's collecting itself on. May not come through. See, the only thing that's through there is the first initial knot, because there's a few layers, and felt can be a little thick, but I don't mind that because it gives it this piece a bit of a 3D look. Take that one out now. And now I'm sewing down that white piece, so I don't have to worry about that, sewing all of that. So I go down and I'll come back up where maybe here. Tuck that under. like a mint green. Got a cup of tea there, got to be careful. Don't want it tea dyed, thank you very much. Okay, yeah. I'll take that out because that does have glue, so at least this way I'm not you know, getting caught on the pins, which I did when I was invisible stitching. Kept on getting caught all the time. Gotta love felt, so good. Okay, my nail. Constantly having to cut them and file them. I'll just finish this piece and then I can show you what I mean by pinning down all those bits and pieces, which I probably need to do first, and then in the next video like in between, I'll stitch down the pieces that I'm going to pin, and then after that I might be doing a bit more stitching. Okay, I think I'm going to have to finish off here. Just go down into there and just go across, I think, so me cut it off, and then I will come in here, grab that piece, and is that going to be underneath? I think it is. There we go. Okay, yep, that's better. Okay, and then come up here. Now that'll be when I stitch the greenery. So I won't be grabbing the bottom, I'm just going to be grabbing both the bits of felt. Okay, I'm going to hop up and have a look what time we've got it. And I may stop here and do that layout on the next video. We'll see how we go when I hop up and have a look how long I've been filming. Okay, let's look. Well, it's been 33 minutes already, so I might stop it here, but you've got the gist. Looks good, doesn't it? So I'll just I might take this out, and then by the time we do that stitching, so we'll do a cream, got this nice creamy colour, so we'll have the cream on this side, and then I'm going to get either this browny colour or maybe a different colour, but I think it just goes really well, this darker colour. Try and incorporate this colour that's in with it. Okay guys, I'll catch you in the next video, and the next one I'm going to be putting all the little the layout that I have on my phone. Okay, thank you for watching, and I hope you have fun doing yours and watching mine and Corrine's, and I'm sure there's probably going to be other people out there doing it as well. Thanks for watching. Bye.